So, I have not posted since January, and it's March. Yay! I have a wonderful time management skills. I'm gonna be honest, the last time you guys saw me, I said I'd finish my lightsaber. I haven't. I've been working on so much other stuff between school and taking care of people. And recently, a new fuzzball. Come hit it. Oh, yeah. Hello, baby. This is Leia. And she's named Leia because she has 2 brown ears. Ah. She's been on my Instagram a couple times. But I'm back. The last time last time I took a picture of her, she wasn't this fat. So, there. You're okay. Stop it. Stop it. Get your toy. So if she starts squeaking in the background, I'm not really going to be surprised. And I'm not going to get annoyed by it because I've been dealing with her for about a month now. So yeah, aside from the fuzzball and the fact that my time managing skills are that of a carrot, the first thing I want to talk about is the Darth Vader Rubie's 2-piece helmet. When I did a video of it, I was repainting it. It was like 1.5 minutes long. That project has to be shelved. I talk about it a little bit on my Instagram page. If you guys want to... Damn, you're loud. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below from both the page and... Must you squeak? I know how I said I wouldn't get irritated, but... I lied. Long story short, that little helmet broke. However, I got one last use out of it, and that was at a robotics competition, which will lead into another story. But this is me at the competition. It's a really bad little Darth Vader thing. In reality, it was just the cape and the helmet. And it wasn't really that good, but I did have a little lightsaber with me. I had a little battle with a couple of my friends. One of my friends is leaving for the Marines, which is kind of sad, but cool for them at the same time. And I bought them a Rey lightsaber, or Anakin Skywalker's, whatever you want to argue it is. I bought her one of those, and I signed it, and as a little memento piece, it was just a little fun that we had. Here's another picture of one of my friends, or one of my teammates that's also my friend, in the same outfit. The difference was, it was big on her, but it was small on me. I had the helmet for 5 years, and what ended up happening was the lenses, a couple hours after taking that photo, the lenses broke completely, and I already replaced them twice. That video that I did originally painting it, yeah, kind of fell apart on me. Little kids dropped it. I may or may not have lended it to a couple of children. But, yeah, I decided, since it already has enough cracks in it, and it's getting pretty small for me, I figured I would have my entire teammates sign it that were present that day. And, yeah, it's now a memento piece. So, I'll leave a link to the description of me telling the full story and everything else in that video. However, there is some other things that I'm going to be talking about here, so it's a little redundant, but I'm still going to put the link to the video. The next thing I want to talk about is the lightsaber. Now, the last time you guys saw me on YouTube, I was building a lightsaber, and that was back in January. It's now March 14th. I'm sorry that I took so long, but I never actually finished it. I have not gotten around to it, and I can't say I didn't have the funding for it, because when I talk about the other few things in this video, people are going to be like, well, why didn't you finish this first? Because I didn't get around to it. I cannot describe to you how much procrastination I've done with just a lightsaber. It's currently sitting in my room back home, and it's unfinished. Yeah, I have yet to sand it, glue it, and resolder the button to it, but otherwise that's it. I already talked about that in the last video about it. Had to get that out of the way. The next thing that I want to talk about is a project I was working on with my classmates, and my teammates as well, which technically they're both. I was working with one of my friends, Brittany. She is, I think she's on my Instagram, I do not know. I know Jamal is. He's been on this YouTube channel before. He's the one I was fighting with the rulers for that 45 seconds of being an idiot. Jamal has been on here before, and it was pretty cool. Anyways, so Brittany and I were talking, and she was making a joke. She's like, what if we made an R2-D2 trash can? I'm like, but for garbage? I mean, why? Why would we waste a garbage can like that? And then, since we're on a robotics team, the teams pass out little mementos or keepsakes, or buttons is the main thing. They pass out little pushpin buttons that you can attach everywhere. And one of my friends, Angelo, is the team's button man. We have dubbed him Button Man. And here is how obsessive and awesome he is with buttons. Voila. He was helping me with this project as well. It's really cool. But yeah, buttons like that, those kind of pushpin buttons. And Brittany and I were talking, and instead of a trash can, I said, how about we make the button box this year R2-D2 style, or an astromech droid, or an R2 unit? And she goes, yes! So we called my mom, who was already out shopping. We asked her to get a trash can, and she ended up getting this black trash can from At Home. It was a store. I don't know how popular that store is, but there's one right down the road from our school. And it's this black trash can for $14, and then she got a color-changing light, and then 2 little dollar flashlights that are like the little ones you click on the back, and it lights up pretty nicely. Some wax paper, some rice paper that was gold tinted, and it was really nice, to be honest with you, for like $2. But in all honesty, she spent around $50 because she bought some stuff we never actually needed because there's miscommunication. But we used about $30 worth of material. And with that being said, Brittany and I worked on it for about a day. I asked her to do the bottom because R2-D2 doesn't taper, or he doesn't just stop at a cylinder, he tapers down. And what we wanted to do was, instead of an actual R2-D2, we wanted to do it in our robotics team's colors, gold and black. And although, for those who watched Clone Wars, there was a gold and black R2 unit that was evil called Goldie, but no, we did not make Goldie. We made our own. And after about 3 hours worth of work, Brittany made this dome for the bottom, or not dome, this cone kind of thing for the bottom leg to attach to. And then we glued it to the bottom and attached the leg that I was working on for a couple hours. I was trying to figure out how I could build it, because we were doing this all in like an afternoon, and that was the first day, that was the only day Brittany could work on it, sadly, because she had to do practice for the team, because she was a drive team member. She drove the actual robot, not the trash can robot. The next thing that happened was, or the next day that I stayed, I worked on the cosmetics of it. I was working on the cardboard pieces you'll see in this photo. Glued everything on, painted everything, and then Brittany did do one more thing, and that was the eye on the top, which I'm very thankful she did. That turned out really nicely. She also did the center piece of the front, the one that has the 2 buttons in it, the little, the little rectangle with the 2 circles. I can English! She did that, and then that was the work for the day. And then about 3 days later, I went into my grandmother's wood shop and cut out these legs. They look like shovels. They're right there, hopefully, if I have the photos. And then I was up to about 2 in the morning in the robotics room working on these stupid legs, trying to get them to stay together. So, the wheels, the first one is a caster wheel, so it can completely rotate if need be, like the little leg, and then the 2 big legs are just regular desk wheels. They're just the ones that are connected and on an axis with a triangle plate, so you can lay on it like this. Cartwheels, basically. So I screwed it all together, and this is how it turned out before I started working on it more. So the legs were still kind of plain on the shoulders. There wasn't much to do aside from little bits of aluminum. And then much more recently, like a day later, what I did is I drew on a bear paw, because it's a grizzly robotics team. It's based off of the school, so it's grizzlies. We have a bear paw on the left side, and then I thought, the right shoulder looks plain. Let me go look through the old robotics parts. And last year we had a robot. The wheels were the logo cut into it. They were laser cut into the wheels, so we had basically the Grizzly Robotics logo on aluminum. And I thought that was badass, so I took it. Angelo, the one I showed you all the buttons, he's making a Flava Flav chain out of the other one. There was a pair. So I got the other one, screwed it onto the leg, and here's a photo of it at competition. I don't know if it's all lit up in the photo. I think it's lit up. I haven't checked the photo, but there it is with everything all attached. And it was really cool. Everybody loved it, and it was really nice for the first competition, although I noticed that there was some problems. I didn't screw one of the legs on correctly, so it's a little crooked. So what I ended up doing is a couple days ago, Wednesday actually, I unscrewed everything. I took it all apart and I started working, and I had Jamal, who was in the ruler fighting video, like I mentioned. We took everything apart and I asked him to cut out some parts for the legs, because I was gonna make the feet not cardboard, because the cover right here on the bottom was cardboard and foam, and the same thing right here on those legs, the little parallelogram shape, or not parallelogram, the trapezoid shapes were all cardboard. So I asked him to cut it out of some diamond plate, or diamond aluminum plate. It's that pattern. Here's a picture if I can find one, but I don't have the actual photo of me working on the robot. What my goal for that was to do was to make the bottom of it metal, so we had an infrastructure frame attached to it, and make the R2 unit move. I did name it. It's GR66 because I'm definitely original. Some people were like, how about R6G6? Because our team name is Grizzly Robotics Team 66. So yeah, that was really cool. But unfortunately, since COVID-19 is a biatch, what ended up happening was we can't actually work in the building anymore. They took all the kids out. They did this yesterday. They sent all the kids home till April 6th, and they shut the building down because they're going to fumigate it out of fear of coronavirus or just illness spreading in general. So that's depressing. So that project has to be stopped until April, which really kind of hurts because it's a gut punch at the same time. And this will lead into the next thing. When I mentioned I broke the Darth Vader helmet, or at least the Darth Vader helmet was broken, I wanted to up the ante. Like in this photo right here, where it looks really bad, I wanted to up the ante and not only have GR66 move at the next competition, which would have been the 20th, I wanted to dress up on the last day and really sell the whole Star Wars theme, because the robotics game was powered by Star Wars Force for Change. All of our competitions were suspended or postponed, and they had to cancel the championships, because if no one can compete at the base level, how can they compete at their other levels? So it really hurts, because all the work we put into it kind of has to get shut down for a while. We don't know for how long. We don't know if they're going to be rescheduled. It's just a matter of time before we find out the answers. But when I wanted to dress up at the next competition and get the R2D2, or not the GR66 to move, I wanted to dress up as Darth Vader. And I went out and bought two things. Technically three. The first was the Rubie's Supreme Edition helmet, or the Collector's Edition now for some reason. They rebranded it. And then the Rubie's Deluxe Adult costume. So not the Supreme Edition, just the Deluxe. So I will do a review on both of them separately, but I will show you the helmet now. I was really happy with this. This is really nice compared to the other one. And I can actually wear it with my glasses on. It's a little big because I'm not 6'7", but it's okay to me, and it looked really good. I put everything on, and instead of using the cape that came with it, which was actually kind of small, I used my old cape from this Darth Vader outfit, and this Batman outfit, and this Batman outfit, to put it on, and then I put some duct tape on the lining, because on the Arkham City outfit right here, I glued on some posts that you could open the cape up. And if I can get a screenshot, it'll be up here. That's from my old YouTube channel. So yeah, I put some duct tape on the edge to cover up all those seams because it was falling apart, and then I put it on all together, and this is how it turned out. I'm not saying I built this, I'm just saying this is really good for spending $180. And it also has the Black Series lightsaber, so that's technically another $180. So in reality, if you're trying to buy this all at once, it's about $360. Yeah, $360. So, yeah, it turned out really nicely, and I don't know when I'll be able to use it for competition, if ever. I'm most likely going to use it for Halloween, but I am going to do a review in the next couple videos. So, since COVID has basically shut down my school, and I can't really work on the GR66 for now, and I can't really wear the outfit to competition and show that off, I'm only going to do a couple videos for now and then see where it goes from there. So that's the sad part of the video. I don't know when I'll be uploading again after these few reviews. I don't know when I'll be able to finish the lightsaber. I don't know when I'll be able to finish GR66. All I know is that everything that I want to do is postponed until April 6th. So as sad as that is, I'm going to still kind of keep chugging on, because I don't know what's going to happen. Apparently there's some sort of announcement tomorrow. Depending on what happens, I'm either going to be really happy to hear the news or just feel even bad, or even worse, because everything I want to do is kind of canceled. So with that being said, I'm going to do a review of the Darth Vader helmet next. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Oh, and make sure to check the description. I'm going to have a couple things in there. The first thing is going to be the link to all of the things that I mentioned in this video, whether it be the original videos of the cape or the helmet or the Amazon links where you can buy the costume parts. Otherwise, once again, like and subscribe today. Make sure to click that bell icon to receive notifications. Have a good day.